Why, hello, welcome to Friday's Math. And just like yesterday, we are going to do some rapid review of some things we have done hundreds of times, okay? But it's really important that we do not forget what we know how to do. So 3/4 plus 1/5, the first thing you must remember is the denominators have to be the same. They have to equal each other. Otherwise, you can't add them, okay? You can't. Don't. So 3/4 plus 1/5. Well, the one thing we can do is we can see what common denominator they have. 4, 8, 12, 16, 5, 10, 15, 20. Or we can multiply them by each other. I'm going to multiply them by each other. So 3/4 times the other denominator times 5/5. So 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. Over here, we're going to multiply this one by 4. 1/5 times 4/4. So 1 times 4 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Then we add them together. Adding sign. 15/20 plus 4/20 is 19/20. There's your answer. Now, I am not leaving room on this. I'm not making a worksheet on this. So what you need to do is you are going to go to the text box on your worksheet. You're going to create a text box for you to type in your equations, okay? I think you can do that now. You've used slides enough. Also, I went so fast on this. Why? Because we have studied adding fractions 3.27549 million times. Okay, moving on. 3/5 times 35. We all know that times in fractions is also of. Of is also times. So that means there is 2 ways to do this. 3/5 times 35. If it was of 35, you could do a rectangle. You could break that puppy into 5. Okay, 35. So you would break it into fifths. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. And you're taking 3 of them, which would be 7, 14, 21. That's one way to do it. This is using the of method. The times method is 3/5 times 35 over 1. Now, the reason this method can get silly is because the numbers get big. 3 times 30 is 90. 3 times 5 is 15. 90 and 15 is 105 over 5. Holy cow. Please do not forget long division. I'll make sure that I review that next now that I'm thinking about it. 21, either way you slice it. Okay, again, I am not making a worksheet. So today, under the problem, make a text box and type what you need. Okay, moving on. Again, we do not have a worksheet here. I didn't put worksheets on purpose. It's harder when I don't remind you what to do. So that's why there is no forms to fill out, height, length, width, all that kind of stuff. Okay? So what do we need to remember for volume? Well, you know it. Length times width times height equals volume. So I also know that on these shapes, I am going to split them into 2 shapes. I'm going to make an A shape and a B shape. We'll split it here, right? So my A shape, I got a little 4 on the height. Okay. What do I have on the width? If this is 2, this is 2. So my width is 2. And my length, well, if this whole thing is 6 and this is 4, this must be 2. So 4 times 2 times 2 is 16. Then B, our length is 6. Our height is 2. And our width is 2. 6 times 2 times 2 is 24. 24 plus 16 is 40. It's 40 meters cubed. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to spend much more time on it because I've taught into it in more than one video. Okay, here's your new thing. It's not really new. It's what we did yesterday, but let's practice it again. Take a breath. If that review was too fast, watch it again. When you do the problems today, maybe go back over this video and play that again while you do the problems. Okay, I apologize that it's so fast, but I'm trying to get you guys independent. That's the reason. Okay, so now we're just doing area. All right, and we have to remember that area is simply length times width equals area. That's it. So we see our length here is 4, and our width here is 7 3/4. So if we broke this up, this would be 7, this would be 3/4. So we can do it in two parts. 7 times 4 equals 28 inches squared. 28 inches squared up here. And then 3/4. 3/4 times 4. And that's 4 over 1, because 4 over 1 is 4, so it's 12/4. 4, 8, 12, that's 3 wholes, so 3 inches squared. 3 inches squared. We add them up, 28 plus 3 is 31 inches squared. That's our area. All right, let's practice one more. Okay, so our length here is 2. Our width is 3 2/5. All right, so we could break this like 3 2/5 here. So then we can do that in two parts. We're going to do 3 times 2 equals 6 inches squared. 2/5. Let me put that up here, sorry. 2/5 times 2 over 1 equals 4/5 inches squared. Okay, then 6 plus 4/5 equals 6 4/5. 6 4/5 inches squared. Okay, so that's it. Remember, you may need to watch this video. I did go fast, but it is all review. And just make a text box, whatever you need to fill in the information. If you want to make a table like I used to have, you can make your own table. You go here, or not there, sorry, you go to Insert, Table, and you could do something like this, right? And you can move it. Sorry, you can move it like this. So on your worksheet, if you want to add tables to have room to work, go for it. You can type in them like that. So that's up to you, but I'm trying to take some of the supports away to make sure you're learning it on your own. All right. Fare thee well on this Friday. I hope you have an awesome weekend. I'll see you again Monday. Whew. Time's flying.